going to bring you all my battles from the Frederick Midseason Showdown, or technically the Maryland Midseason Showdown. It was actually the last Midseason Showdown of the year in America. So without further ado, I think we'll just go ahead and get started. Now, my first round opponent was Carlo, and he was actually running the Dialga Kyogre team that Wolf Glick used to win Florida, the one that I actually used to get second place in the Chantilly Midseason Showdown. So I was fairly confident about it and very, very prepared. So I knew that I'm running Bronzong with, Trick Room and stuff, and so I'm fairly confident. All I have to do really is set up Trick Room and go from there. Really, just set up Trick Room, get in Groudon. It's really all I have to do. Now here, the thing here is, obviously checking Intimidate. So his, not that anyone's running Choice Scarf Landorus anymore, but the fact that his Salamence's Intimidate went off before his Landorus makes me think that, okay, it's not Choice Scarf. There's no way it could be Choice Scarf, so it's probably Banded, which is the way that the team, is. So turn one, I'm a little bit worried about maybe like a substitute from the Salamence, and the Landorus, I don't really know what it wants to do. He could like protect Explosion, but that would only get rid of my Kangaskhan. It wouldn't knock out my Bronzong, and there's no combination of attacks he can use here to take out my Bronzong, and that's the important thing. I don't care if Kangaskhan goes down. It's at -2 attack. It's really all Kangaskhan is here to do is to let Bronzong set up Trick Room. So honestly, if he were to take out Kangaskhan for me as I get Trick Room up, that's great. So really, I'm just gonna fake out. I expect the Salamence to protect, so I'll just fake out the Landorus because I know it can't protect if it's Choice Banded, and set up Trick Room. And I should probably have let the Mega Evolutions run first. So yeah, I've got Groudon in the back, and I believe I have Kyogre as well. And the thing about Kyogre really is that I've noticed just from playing it that you don't even really need, like, everyone sees Kyogre or they see Primals and they just, oh my god, it's a Primal, I gotta take it out. So, I kind of use Kyogre for one, damage output because it's max speed Kyogre, but also just like kind of as a distraction because like I can lead Bronzong Kyogre and know like, hey, I'm gonna get up my Trick Room, and because they have to pick what they want to do. Do they want to like reduce the damage on a Water Spout, or do they want to let me get my Trick Room up? It doesn't matter to me. So he does set up a substitute, and you go ahead and get the Trick Room up. Landorus is just kind of sitting there, and so here I don't really care about the Salamence. The Salamence is not a problem for me. If the fact that he showed me substitute makes me think, okay, substitute, protect, Hyper Voice, Double Edge. He doesn't have anything to touch Bronzong. He can't knock out Kangaskhan in one hit unless he like has like super high like attack investment. And he wants to Double Edge it. And again, if he wants to do that, I'm fine with that. Here I got Trick Room up. I got slow Kangaskhan. I'm going to double into the Landorus to try and take it out. And as soon as I take out Landorus, I'm in a really good position because then I can set up Gravity and I can get Groudon in. So best case scenario, I knock out the Landorus with a Gyro Ball. Double Edge, even though my people are at -2 attack, it should take it out. And he knocks out, and if he knocks out my Kangaskhan, great, because then I can bring in Groudon for free. So Gyro Ball comes off, doesn't do a whole lot, but the this Adamant Double Edge, remember it's Adamant, comes out, so I get a crit. But remember, the crit on the first hit of Mega Kangaskhan is equivalent in power to the first hit plus the second hit, so that crit did not matter. So he comes out with Hyper Voice, and I kind of wish he would have Double Edged my Kangaskhan. It would have been so much nicer, as he does get a crit on the Kangaskhan. I forgot about that. Which, so he sends out Kyogre, and here, let me think, what do I do here? Oh yeah, so I think, yeah, I Gyro Ball, so now I know I've got a couple turns of Trick Room left. So I think I go ahead and, what do I do here? I think I would want to set up Gravity, and then just... I think I want to set up Gravity and break the sub on the Salamence, maybe? I really don't remember what I did. Oh, no, that's right. No, obviously. Okay. I set up Gravity and switch in Groudon because I figure, I can take Ice Beam on either one. He can't knock out either of my people with that. And me getting Gravity up, I want to get up as soon as possible so that I can start putting things to sleep. Because as soon as I start putting things to sleep, I can start doing damage. And with my wonderful Precipice Blades, which will do a ton of damage, because this is, Trick Room Groudon, it's min speed, it's got a crap ton of attack and bulk. So Salamence protects, which is, pretty much expected, and I believe I go for a Gravity. I do go for Gravity, okay. Hooray! And I think the Kyogre here just goes for a Water Spout. Yeah, the Kyogre goes for a Water Spout. Just, you know, it's such a 50-50 call, because if I don't bring in Groudon, you know, if I do bring in Groudon, which is kind of obvious, you have to target it with an Ice Beam, but the Water Spout there is very tempting, because I think really for him, he's just thinking, I gotta get rid of this Bronzong, because my Bronzong is putting in all kinds of work, and he can't touch it. I got rid of the biggest threat to my Bronzong, which was his Landorus, and it's only a threat if I set up Gravity, really. So he goes ahead and protects like I figured he would, and I'm free to just Hypnosis. Oh yeah, I Hypnosis into. I actually misclicked there and Hypnosis into the Salamence. I meant to do it in the Kyogre, so it didn't really matter anyways, because like I said, it didn't matter because he protected. But it was actually a misplay on my part. I go ahead and just go for Precipice Blades to knock out that sub, and then this next turn, yeah. So I think he just goes for a Hyper Voice here. Yeah, just a Hyper Voice. I mean, it'll do a good amount to Groudon, but it does nothing to Bronzong. So, you know, I'm not Eruption. Oh yeah, so here the Salamence protects, but I call this from a mile away. Salamence protect. You know, I can put the Kyogre to sleep, so I just Hypnosis the Kyogre and go for a Swords Dance. I know he's probably trying to stall out Trick Room, and so the Kyogre, if he doesn't want to switch out, you know, fine, I'll put it to sleep. If he wants to switch it out, try and set Rain up again, fine, I'll put it to sleep. If he wants to protect to stall out Trick Room, that's fine. I have a +2 Groudon, and he still has no way to touch Bronzong. Bronzong is such a beast. It's so ridiculous. So really here, I mean, in this situation you might think, oh, let me just protect Trick Room, but he really can't touch Groudon. So I honestly can just Precipice Blades and Trick Room, because, you know, he probably wants to protect. He might protect. You know, he really can't do anything with the Kyogre unless it wakes up right away, which is, you know, it's 50% chance. And if he wants to go for a Hyper Voice or Double Edge, you know, Groudon can take both. So there's no point for me just protecting. I can just as easily go for an attack here. So, because, you know, Protect Trick Room is pretty obvious. So, you know, it's like if he wants to double into Bronzong, whatever. I guess the safer play would be to just protect and Trick Room and hope that Bronzong, you know, survives a possible double attack, but there's really no point. It doesn't matter, because Bronzong is just a beast, and Groudon is at +2, and it destroys. It just takes lives, is all it does. He sends out Thundurus, and I've got Gravity up, so he knows he can't win. So he just goes ahead and forfeits, and that was it for the battle, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll come back tomorrow with my round 2 match of the Maryland Midseason Showdown.